is your moment. Don't tell me how bad you want it. Prove to yourself how bad you want it. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing get in your way. Every day you wake up, every day you breathe, you should be improving yourself. You should be taking steps to reach your destiny. Don't let nothing stop you. It's your moment. It's your time. How bad do you want it? Do you want it? Go after your dreams. Go, let's go, let's go. It's your man Mike Bowens coming to you once again, live and direct. And I'm coming to you from unleashing the creativity within you. I'm coming to you from a subject that's going to blow your mind. I'm coming to you from a subject that's going to revolutionize your life. I'm coming to you from a subject that's going to cause you to walk in the peace of God and the favor of God. Are you ready? I'm coming to you from the subject, guess what? You're in the palm of God's hand. You're in the palm of God's hand. I'm talking about, here's what I had to learn, ladies and gentlemen. I had to learn this hard, cold truth, right? That you can do all you can do, but then there's a part that you can do and there's a part that only God can do, right? I'm talking about grinding, giving everything you got towards your purpose, towards your passion, towards your dream, giving everything you got. But know this, it's going to happen when God says it's going to happen. It's going to happen when He opens up the doors for you. I'm going to tell you, this revolutionized my life. There was a point in time, me as a believer, I felt that it was all up to me, right? Because you meditate on the word day and night, then you shall make your way prosperous and you shall have good success. But what I didn't tie into that was that while it's up to me to follow God's laws and God's principles, I can only do my human side to it. But I still need God's appointed time to open up the doors to get me into that place that I said that I was going into. I still need his blessing to open up the doors that I can't open up myself, to get me in meetings and places that I can't do on my own. Does that make sense? You can be, and the best thing that you can do is stay prepared. Keep praying, keep fasting, keep going over your vision, keep working towards that goal, keep working towards that dream, right? Get sin out your life. Repent when you make mistakes. Live holy, live righteous before God. And when the time comes, right? When the time comes for God to open up the doors for you, to get you where He said that you should go, the place that you've been aiming for, it'll happen. It's not going to happen anytime sooner than you want it to happen, just because you want it to happen. You can write 100 books, right? But it's going to be that one at the time that He says that for it to happen is when it's going to happen. Now, am I saying to you, be lackadaisical? No. Am I saying, well, nobody knows when it's going to happen anyway, so don't put out the same output that I would put anyway? What I'm saying to you is, work as hard as you can while you continue to pray and seek God, but just know this, the success that you desire to have is still in the hands of God, right? You give it everything you got. Every single day you work towards it, but it eliminates the stress and the frustration knowing that I'm giving everything I got, but I'm not a failure if it don't happen when I think it should happen. I'm not a loser if I'm going for it and it keeps flopping, because I know what God said and spoke over my life. It's not going to happen when I want it to happen. It's going to happen when He says it should happen. And if you take that in your mind and say, okay, let me be at peace and let me be persistent and persevere in this time of struggle. Let me be persistent and persevere in this time of obscurity. Let me be persistent and persevere in this time when I'm trying and it seems like nothing's working out, because I already know my end from the beginning. I already know I'm the head and not the tail. I already know I'm blessed when I come and blessed when I go, even if right now it doesn't look like it. Even if right now nobody knows who I am. Even if right now everything I'm trying seems to be just crumbling down. People are going to laugh at you. People are going to talk about you. All of that. You're going to get all of that. But guess what? You got to put the blinders on your eyes when it comes to people, and you got to put the clogs in your ears, the plugs in your ears, and blind that out and keep listening to the voice of God, because God will keep telling you, keep walking by faith and not by sight. Keep trusting in me. Keep believing in me. Keep going towards the vision that I told you, and in my due season, in my due time, I'm going to open up the doors that no man can shut.
I'm going to open up the doors that you can only walk through. I'm going to open up the doors, but I need you to stay encouraged. I need you to stay in faith. I need you to keep believing in me. I need you to keep reading my word. I need you to keep hearing what I'm saying about you. I need you to follow my instructions so that you do not get discouraged, so that you do not get weary, so that you do not give up on the dreams and the visions that I have given to you. Do you hear me today, people of God? Do you hear me out there? You got to keep moving forward. You got to keep trusting in God. You got to keep giving your tithe and offering. You got to keep trusting in God. Don't look at people around you. Look like this one getting blessed and that one getting blessed. What God has for you is for you, and you got to make up in your mind, in due season, I am going to get it. Look at Abraham and Sarah. It took them 25 years for them to have a child. Now they're getting old in age, and it looked like it never was going to happen, but you can't go by what it looks like. We got to go by what we believe, and if God said it, it is so, and we have to accept it as that and not look at our surroundings, right? We got to learn how to hope against hope. We got to learn how to have faith when it says that you shouldn't have faith. We got to learn how to keep trusting in God, because God is a spirit, right? You're not going to see him in the natural, right, with your natural eye, but you got to go by what his word says, and he gives us examples in his word with Abraham and Sarah and things of that nature. And even with Joseph, when God gave him those dreams, right, he seen himself being exalted amongst his brothers, exalted in the skies with the stars, with the moon and the stars. But he didn't know he was going to have to go to slavery first. He didn't know he was going to have to be lied on first. He didn't know that he was going to have to be ostracized by his own family first. See, you get a glimpse of your future, you don't get everything. And when you're going through the process, you got to keep your eyes on what God said about you, even when you're going through the valley. Because before you get to the mountain, you got to go to the valley. Before you get to the promised land, you got to go through the fire. Before you go to the blessing, you got to go through the trials, right? Because it's building you up. And it's all part of God's plan to get you from where you are to where he wants you to be. Because guess what? When you're going through the fire, when you're going through the trials, when you're going through the obstacles, he's shaping you. I know I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. But God started telling me all these prophecies and things about what I'm going to be and who I am and things of that nature. Oh yeah, my self-control has changed, right? I'm no longer the same person, right? My temper has changed, right? My patience has changed, right? Because God was shaping me and molding me through this process, because in order for me to get to where he wants me to be, I have to change. But you can't change yourself. You are the clay in the potter's hand. And God is changing you and molding you every step of the way, right? Because guess what? I want you to think about this before I close this out. If God were to give you all the blessings that he had in store for you right now, you be honest with yourself, it might kill you, right? Some of you struggle with lust. Some of you struggle with money. Some of you struggle with, pride. If he give it to you too soon, right, your pride may think that it's you doing it. Oh yeah, I know. I would have thought I was the bag of chips. I thought I was the bomb diggity, the bomb.com. If it would have happened to me too soon, oh, nobody could have told me nothing. My head would have been big as this whole United States of America. You wouldn't be able to tell me nothing, because I just would have knew that it was all me. Now, after being humbled, I understand, and going through various obstacles and trials, I understand that it's not me. And anything that's good that's going to happen in my life is going to be by the hand of God. Right? You may be struggling with lust. Let God bless you how he wants to bless you, and you're still dealing with that. Women are going to come after you. Men are going to come after you, and they're going to give you whatever it is that you want. If you do not have the self-control and the perseverance that you know you should have, then guess what? Your success will destroy you. And see, this is the thing that we don't want to talk about. We want to be blessed, but we don't want to go through the fire so that he could burn away those things out of our lives that's going to change us. Right? And even when you get the success, there's still things about you that has to be pruned and cut away so that you can change from the person that you are into the person that God wants to be. Because when you're successful, you get yes men. Everybody want to tell you, yeah, you're wonderful, you're good, you're great, but there's a life after this one that you got to remember. And we still all got laws and ways that we have to follow, right? So now I want you to look at it like this. We're all in God's hands, and it's all in God's timing. And when he opens up the door, no man can shut it. When he opens up the door, no man can close it. When he opens up the door, he'll put you where he wants you to be, and man can't take you from that position. This is your man, Mike Bowens, and I'm getting ready to sign off. Until next time, be blessed.